All right. Sorry. Peace, love, and light, Leo. This is just going to be your reading for Leo season. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me or see more tarot, all of that information is, as always, in the description below. So go ahead and check that out by clicking the title. And while you guys are there, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So we are going to shuffle up our cards and say our prayer, and then we shall begin. So, dear the Divine God, our Holy Father, Yahweh, and our angels, thank you for being the highest form of good in our lives, for keeping our heads on straight and straying us away from negativity as best as possible. And thank you to the angels for the assistance they have brought today and the assistance they'll bring during this reading. And right now, I'm asking that you guys bless and protect this space as well as the viewers and myself. Ground us in our energy so that way we know what messages to receive. And gift us the keen discernment to know what to do with the knowledge received as well. Please grant us the ability to keep our personal opinion and bias to the side if you so choose, the strength to continue on, and the clarity needed to focus. And anything else that you deem worthy for this reading, please allow us to be the vessels to receive and deliver. Amen. Ashe. All right, let's go ahead and see what is going on for Leo in Leo season. What is going on for Leo in Leo season? Not taking that card that just fell. I'm going to pick it up later. What's going on for Leo in Leo season? We got the Six of Cups in the reverse. This is a card of not sharing, not accepting the blessings that are being bestowed upon you. And we also have the Emperor in the reverse. Things aren't heartfelt this season. We're not connecting to others. There's some type of separation here. Not really a separation, but it's a disconnect. We're not really connecting with others. Things aren't really being felt by the heart. Things are not really touching us. The Emperor in the reverse is a loss of authority, being weak. We're just not in the mood to connect with others. There's a weakness here. There are no heartfelt connections. It feels like we're not giving anything that is from the heart. We're not really in this energy of wanting to interact with people or wanting to interact with others. This Emperor is shocked that of all that is before him, which is symbolizing a feeling, a spot of weakness and a feeling of being overwhelmed by what is before him. This is being overwhelmed. We're overwhelmed by some type of disconnect. Some type of disconnect in a relationship we're overwhelmed by. We're overwhelmed by some type of disconnect. The Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. We got the Death card that popped out. This is finality. This is a final ending. Yeah, we're overwhelmed by this disconnection. And with this disconnection, we're never going to come back to it. This is something that is completely over in our lives that we are overwhelmed by. It was something meaningful. I'm also feeling like this disconnection is on purpose. It is the Lord's doing, and it's supposed to be there, which is why we will never come back to it. It's for the best of us. This disconnect is for the best of us. It's for the best that we disconnected from whatever we disconnected from this season. The Two of Cups is out now with the Three of Wands in the reverse. My Three of Wands in the reverse is a card of nostalgia. This is accepting what is and accepting what has made the past. And then we have the Two of Cups here. This is accepting what has made the past, and this is grievance. Accepting what is no longer. There was some sort of disconnection, and we're overwhelmed from the loss of this experience, but we're in this state of accepting what is no longer. This is some type of relationship. I feel very strongly that this is someone is no longer with us, and we're in this state of grief about it. Someone, something, somebody, something is no longer with us, and we're in this state of grief about it because of this disconnection. But we're moving forward and we're moving on. But this is some type of big separation. This could be, for example, the loss of a great friend, like a relationship that is no longer anymore. And never mind, he's telling me to be quiet on that one. But this could be a relationship that is no longer. This could be the end of, this could be no longer feeling a certain type of feeling because we have the cups here. This could be no longer feeling motivation, like our motivation is lost. This could be no longer feeling determination. This could be no longer feeling excitement. This could be no longer feeling happiness. It has something to do with the heart, though, with this Six of Cups, these heartfelt connections, these things that actually mean something to you. It's no longer, and it's not coming back. With the Death card being here, this is that was disrespectful. This is representing a final loss of something. I just keep getting this feeling that it's a funeral of some sort that we're going through. And it's like spiritually, like we are laying to rest some things that will never ever come back to us. Queen of Swords in the reverse with the Ace of Pentacles. This is questioning, not knowing what to do with something. She's holding out her hand like, what is this? What do you want me to do with it? She's assertive in this nature as well. The energy that we are currently in is in this energy of like questioning What do we do now that this energy is lost? What do we do now that this presence is gone? What do we do now that this connection is no longer? How are we going to live? How are we going to move forward? What you lost was a big part of your reality. What you lost was a big part of your reality. This, like I said, could be the disconnection of a relationship, like two friends fell out and it's the end of the friendship, but this friendship was something of like you guys seen each other every day. You guys hung out all the time. You were constantly on the phone. You constantly stayed in connection. This person was a supportive person for you. They were the shoulder that you cried on. They were the one that you went to for advice. They were the person that you fell back on when you needed it. They were always there to get you back up on your feet. This is somebody or something that meant so much to you, but is no longer and not coming back. And now we're in this state of how do we live without it? I'm definitely feeling this in my own life. Definitely feeling this in my own life. See, that's the conflict, and it landed right here with the Five of Wands lands right in between the Six of Cups and the Death card. You got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. The conflict is having a life that feeds you, but also what is the replacement? That is the problem this season, is replacing what you have lost and what is no longer. What is going to fulfill you now that you don't have that fulfilling connection or whatever it is that has been brought to you? The Lord just dropped some knowledge on me about my own situation. Because ever since I've been Jobed, I've been fiending for the Lord to be in my life and to be close to him and just to be next to him and to have some sort of interaction or connection or something that is meaningful. And my Job experience will never come back to me any longer, but I'm still searching to be connected to the spirit such as I have been. And he just dropped on me some good knowledge, but I just forgot what it was. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that back. But this Five of Wands, the problem is what's going to replace this? What is going to replace this? So what can we do, Lord? What can we do now that we are without this connection? What can replace this energy? What can replace what meant so much to us? The Lord, I'm really upset about what I just lost, because he just dropped some knowledge on me about why I feel the way that I feel. And I know that it's because I was so deeply connected to the spirit when I was in my Job season. I was so deeply connected to what, at least what I thought was the Lord. And being without that, now I don't have anything to fulfill my days. It was something that took up a lot of my day, and now I don't have anything, and I'm sitting here bored and lonely. Well, not lonely, just bored and not doing anything, and I miss it. But what can we do now? We got hospitality at the bottom of the deck. What comes out is discrimination and embracing the new in the reverse. This is being grateful for the old. But this discrimination card, be grateful for the old that separated you. Acceptance of the goodness that set you apart. This discrimination card, I feel she is someone that wants better. A good thing about accepting what you no longer have is to be grateful for the space and the role that it played in your life and the difference that it created. I was looking for an answer of what to do, like some direction of what to do as far as actions to take. But this is more so an internal thing that you must do. Anytime that you are stuck in this rut, you need to set yourself an affirmation that will tell you to be grateful for what you once had. Because this thing, and it's done on purpose by the Lord, that this thing is not coming back, because it's for the best of you that it does not come back. So we need affirmations to move on without it. What I'm feeling the Lord is showing me is to move forward without replacing it. I was looking for an answer of replacement, but we're just to move forward without replacing it and just to accept what we no longer have. Be grateful for the discomfort, because it is going to be good to you. The discomfort that you are feeling of this lack in your life, this discomfort is going to be good to you. It's going to bless you in a way that will enrich your life. It is not to replace what you have lost, because that entire sector and section of your life is no longer, and it cannot come back. Like, I cannot press on how much I feel that this literally cannot come back. It cannot come back. I'm so hard on this. It cannot come back. There is no coming back for this, for that entire section. So for example, if you had a friend or a lover in your life, this would be taken to the extreme of like you would be single forever. So I know, because the Lord intends for us to live good and connect with others and live greatly by each other, love and partnerships and friendships, this is what it's not about that. It's about a certain section of your life. Like for example, you lost the will to go out and party every weekend, because it's some type of energy. It's not a physical thing, because we both have cups here, which is water, which is emotions. So you've lost some type of energy inside of your life. In your life, you no longer want to partake in those actions anymore. You're no longer connected to that type of way of behavior. This is the complete death of a certain energy in your life. And this energy will no longer partake in. So to now, what do you do without that energy is to accept that it set you apart, that it made you accept what made you different. So the direct thing that needs to be taken here is to accept that you're in this new space and you are this new person, and be the new way of your new energy. It is not about replacing what you have, what you lost, but moving forward with what you have by becoming this new person and accepting this new way of life and living it. What else do we have for Leo in Leo season? The King of Pentacles comes out with the Empress. Okay. This is not pure acceptance, but this is acceptance in the form of having what is right. You have what is right for you. And you have the Empress here. This is being fulfilled. I can't help but get around that now you are your best self. Now you are in your right energy. Now you are okay. Now you are better. Now you are great. Now that you have experienced this loss, now you are the best version of yourself. Now you are the right way. Accepting what is right for you. And contentment. We're content in this space of acceptance. We are content in this space of acceptance. And we're in this energy of only accepting the things that are right for us. This is the feeling of what is this? This is the feeling of now that I am without, I can move correctly and I can do correctly. I can be right. I can be okay. I can be great. I can be better. In Leo season, we are going to or have already experienced the loss of a certain energy that is going to make us better in our lives. So this could also be no longer wanting to be lazy. This could also be no longer wanting to live by the flesh. This could be no longer wanting to be promiscuous or sexually immoral or something of that nature. Whatever the situation may be, it's some loss of energy inside of us that makes us not want to participate in certain activities, makes us not want to have certain experiences. So now that we have lost this energy, we are no longer going to have certain experiences. I have to tell you guys something, that when it comes to the loss of energy, it completely obsoletes the will to take an action or have an experience. When you no longer feel a certain way, you no longer want to act a certain way. And that is what has happened here. We are no longer feeling a way. And now that we are no longer feeling a way, we're no longer going to do certain things. And this has bettered us to accept our contentment, our fulfillment, and what is right for us. We're in this state of accepting what is right for us. So some of you guys may be wanting to eat better or work out or live rightly. Some of you guys may have picked up connections with the Lord. Some of you guys may have picked up bettering your friendships or living righteously. Some of you guys may have picked up being better at work, being more attentive, being more focused, working on your hobbies. We have lost this energy of what's no longer for us. And we're moving rightly, and we're in this energy of accepting what is right for us to do, what is the good thing, the things that enriching our lives, that better our lives, that make our lives be fulfilled. You got the High Priestess that comes out with the Hierophant. These two cards go together. We're in a good relationship with our laws, our morals, our boundaries, our principles. Our intuition, hold on. Because it's not that our intuitions are directing us towards our morals, laws, or boundaries, but I feel that it's not intuition, but our whys of our lives are directing us to follow suit with our morals, our principles, our values. We are becoming this season because of a loss. We are becoming who we are truly meant to be, and we are taking the necessary or sorry, we're rather having the necessary emotions to live the necessary life. We're not just taking action. So, for example, if you've wanted to be an entrepreneur, now you're feeling all of the emotions that you need to feel in order for you to get up and make that business work for you. If you've wanted to be a creative, you're feeling all of the emotions that are needed for you to get up and create content, start the book, start a streaming channel and be consistent within it, be determined within your craft. If you're feeling the energy, if you've always wanted to be a better friend, you're feeling the energy that is needed for you to go out and socialize and live your best life. You are becoming who you are meant to be this season. You are being the right way, and this is all because of a loss. I want to be nosy, and I want to know what was the loss. Because I know it was of a heartfelt connection and experience, something that meant a lot to you. Like, for example, my loss was my outside life of partying and having fun with my friends and drinking and smoking and living in the outside lifestyle. I was a city girl. Not really, but I was outside. And I no longer have that. I no longer want to be in that energy of putting partying and going out first. I'm putting myself and my creative endeavors first. I'm also putting my job and my environment first. So I really want to know what was the loss. I don't know which cards to take to be. There we go. Thank you, Lord. What was the loss this season? Ooh, my nose itched so bad. What was the loss this season? We said no more to a certain way of life, a certain set of laws and beliefs and values and principles that we once held. So, like, for example, if we once believed that life is good when, okay, scratch that. If we once believed that to have the best fun, we needed to go to the club. This is just an example. Take it however it resonates. Then we no longer feel that anymore. We're no longer settling for that way of life or that belief any longer. Whatever we used to believe was best or right for us, I feel like this could also possibly be an ego death or a personality change or even a character change, because I keep getting this example. The Lord is giving me this example of like somebody who used to go out and party and go to the club and enjoy time socializing and being with friends. They're no longer doing that anymore. And they're locked in and they're focused. No, well, they're not locked in and focused, but they're in this state of like what to do now, because the things that I used to do in the past, I no longer want to do. The things that I used to do, I no longer want to do. I no longer want to go out and party. And this is somebody that lived a life of partying. So they were out every chance that they got to go outside, to go to the club, to go to the bar, to go on trips, or whatever the situation may be. They were outside every chance that they got. And now they're in this state of like, what to do now, because I don't want to do that anymore. The thing that you need to do, and I feel that the Lord is having us take this step by step, which is why he gave us the direction of accepting what set us apart, which is the energy of no longer wanting to do that. Being grateful that we no longer want to do those things any longer. Because once we are grateful for what we no longer want to do, it opens up our lives to wanting to do situations and experiences that are better than what we no longer want to interact with or be in. So that's all that I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much for watching. You are becoming this season, and it's all because you are no longer living in a certain way of life and you are being different. You've lost the energy, the will, the power, the motivation to be the old you, and you are the new you now. So peace, love, and light. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me or see more tarot, all of that information is as always in the description below. And while you're there, subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can check out the description by clicking the title. Peace, love, and light, and as always, be great.